The euphoria of banishing a traitor, a feeling the faithfuls are only experiencing for the second time this season. The reality will soon hit them because 2 traitors have been banished and there was no previous recruitment, so blackmail is on the horizon. What Kuzi's banishment does is bring to a close the red team puzzle plane theory, something that was a constant thought for certain players. Though some of those that bought into the theory are no longer in the game, that theory was the biggest tangible clue the faithfuls had, which some wouldn't have been satisfied until everyone on that team was either murdered or banished. That's why I always thought it was a bad move to murder from the winning team when Kuzi had the shield. It's only good to take a shot at a winning team if neither of the traitors were on that team. Then you could cause the kind of confusion that sets up a number of faithfuls. As a traitor, you can't give any clues that lead back to you. Mike benefited from that theory and could play upon it because he wasn't on that team. Mike had to make his choice to blackmail. I didn't think he would go for Gerline or Leroy, but instead go for someone who could be easier to have banished. Mickey ended up being Mike's choice. It's funny that Mickey actually thought it was Leroy he was going to be meeting in the conclave, one of the rare moments we actually heard who Mickey thought was a traitor. Mickey accepted the new role instead of being murdered, though he would later come to regret it, in more ways than one.
I don't like my new role. I don't want to be a traitor.
Had Mike chosen either Donna or Trayvon, I did wonder if either would have accepted or instead refused. I'm more curious in the case of Donna, as I don't think she would have been good in the role. I think it would be written all over her face if she was a traitor.
But I feel like if there was anybody that was going to be recruited as a possible pawn for the traitors, I feel like Donna could have been that person.
For the past couple of episodes, I've been curious as to what Mickey's game plan has been. Many others have talked about how he doesn't give much when talking about the game, a constant enigma who didn't seem to change with his new role.
It's easy to hide behind a smile, I think. So I'm just gonna keep smiling. Hopefully that gets me through.
We talked about a few things. I tried to pull some things out of him. I asked some questions about who he thought it could be. It's the same thing over and over. He doesn't really show his cards. I had a conversation with Mickey at the bar today. I had to ask him straight up, like, you know, what are you giving me here? Just like every other time, he doesn't really say much. He doesn't really give much.
But my other thought is potentially you, only for the reason that you don't give me anything.
I don't want to change and be the guy who's like super involved. I feel like everybody will see right through that.
Gerline and Trayvon were kidnapped as part of the mission where they had to give a clue in Morse code for the others to find the correct picture and catapult a key over a wall. I always find that the kidnapped premise, no matter what the actual mission entails, is always heightened when there's been a murder because they don't know who they will rescue. The others end up coming up with multiple theories and discussion points. This one was really lacking any excitement for the mission because it didn't have that element. The way the recent episodes have gone, there was no murder to coincide with this mission, so it lacked that dimension. I wonder if Dominic's disqualification from the game played a part in that. From this mission, $11,000 was added to the prize pot, making the current total $87,500, with one episode to go.
I'm so excited that we finally made big money.
I think Gerline is forgetting the barrel mission, where they made $10,500. I guess the $500 difference means that wasn't big money.
Wait, can I trust you?
Yes, well right now, I mean,
Okay,
we
yeah.
have to work together.
Okay, yeah.
We have
yeah.
to.
I think the fact that Mike led the roundtable discussion against Kuzi would signal that you can't trust him.
Originally, I wanted to keep Mickey in this game, but now I'm thinking I'd rather get Mickey out to start because then it's gonna leave less suspicion on me, more suspicion on Trayvon. Mickey is just being Mickey. I don't think anyone's getting anything out of him, like always, and I think we're gonna use that against him tonight.
Mike and I had a plan last night, but I don't think he wanted to follow that plan.
Mike's recent moves have been paying off, getting Kuzi banished, blackmailing Mickey, who the faithfuls are seriously looking at as a traitor, and aligning himself to Gerline and Leroy. Why is Leroy not questioning why Mike has made this move to align himself to Leroy in the last couple of days? It also coincided with Kevin losing his grip on the game and getting banished. Gerline has mentioned suspicions of Mike even wanting to go for him instead of Mickey, but it was another opportunity missed in a close vote. I want to give a shout out to Mickey's chalkboard and his vote for Leroy. I totally see it.
Tatum, this is September. Leroy.
Donna and Trayvon voted for Mike, while Gerline, Leroy and Mike voted for Mickey. That was the closest Mike has come to being banished. They still got a traitor in the end, but they don't realise they don't have the last original traitor. Trayvon has the knack of not voting for the banished traitor. He's right and wrong at the same time. The others just see he's wrong, so think he's useless, but he hasn't been.
Kuzi was coming after Mike, and Mike was coming after Kuzi, and they were kind of going back and forth and back and forth. I couldn't help but wonder to say, like, wait, are those the two traitors that are kind of fighting to see who will make it and who wouldn't?
The way it's looking, I don't think he'll have the chance to know he was right all along until the end of the show. We have our final 5 for the last episode, as there will be no murder. 4 fatefuls and 1 traitor left. Mike has the opportunity to take all of the prize money for himself, but the conversations between Gerline and Leroy could scupper his plans. We shall see who is victorious in the end.